might not be aware of this position, but he's going to sprint. He gives his position away, being watched from Solarian. The plan is confirmed. Now his job becomes increasingly more difficult, infinitely more impossible. Trying to round the corner, there's not much time left. He's trying to find the players, but indecision plaguing the player. The rotation spots the head, can't land the kill, the rotation comes in. Benny shuts things down, and Team Ash are going to the semi-finals.
Difficult to dislodge. The Valk as well offers a lot of information for the defense to work with as well, so Team Blitz gonna have to be sure to clear that. And I'm seeing Lumen on the fuse.
Yeah, I'm immediately seeing that out. Obviously, Montaigne banned away. Fuse could bring along the shield. The other option, of course, though, is the AK-12. That's a very strong gun in this game. It's got a fairly decent firing rate. It does a lot of damage, and I think the scopes on it are fairly decent as well.
Got to be ACOG.
Got to be.
I wouldn't imagine it wouldn't be an ACOG nowadays.
I think so. So Fuse is strong no matter what option you pick, and for the secondary as well, if you do have the shield, you've got a PMM, you've got a GSH-18 if you're looking for maybe a bit more of just the spammy kills, but the PMM does a lot of damage.
Yeah, looking at this defensive lineup as well, we see that Shiva has instantly played into that Brava ban. The attack I've actually brought in, seeing that Maestro straight away, going to be a lot more difficult to counter that, especially because we aren't seeing Flores. We're seeing the IQ, so you can spot those cameras, and you have those nades, but still, it's going to be quite difficult to deal with them, and that might be what they're relying on Lumen to do here. With those fuse cluster charges above, it can cause quite a lot of destruction, but it's also quite random as well, so they can't fully rely on that to deal with this.
And that's where you would have maybe liked to see a ram come along, right? But instead, how's that utility and also the shield as well, as you can see, just a pistol in terms of the actual guns that are being brought along by Lumen. But first entry into the building has been made. That is Elites, in fact, playing Diana, something that we've neglected to mention. Very rare operator pick these days around. But Elite's playing the Diana, already inside the car garage, is going to be watching to look through if anyone's rotating out into trench, that sort of area of things, locking down that side of the map.
Yeah, Rihanna's a bit of a blast from the past. We saw a lot of it in 2022.
We did.
Now, kind of fallen out of favor, lost the nades, and Benny already getting an explosive kill. That's onto Lumen, but a hefty amount of health. He's downed. At the very least 20 HP, but he's probably going to get called out. I mean, a Nitro like that is probably going to mean he's a bit out of position. Still, a trade, the Bandit, and actually it's not a trade, Bandit's been picked up. We've lost that fuse utility, that active utility that has been placed down.
They don't know about Meep.
And look at Meep. Meep is in a fantastic position here, just waiting to get a pick here. The drone clear on top floor has not been thorough, and look, crawling down blue, he's going to get a freebie, and now he can rotate back to side. Fantastic from Team Ash, the toxicity already in round one, the teabag coming through, as Team Blitz has just been left reeling here from two heavy blows.
The only really positive that they have is that Benny is down low on 20 HP, right, Poobel? But he's still a gun up, he's still going to be able to deal them damage. The breach opened up now as well, going to force the players out, and Benny's being caught out from the hatch. That's what was being opened up. There's a trade, however, instead. Lights out with that kill. And there's a second kill, actually, from keyboard spam, but Shiva answering back. Elites now left in a 1 versus 3. The first round not quite going the way that they'd like. They have information on Meep here inside of the fireplace. Does get that kill, distracted for a second by the Gumine. This one's quite doable. Obviously, Diffuser on the ground, but he can isolate these 1v1s. It's not really an effective crossfire here. His position's been noted from that shot coming through. He doesn't know. No intel, and now the wrap should be complete. The net sprung, trapped, and taken down. Lights out, closing things for the first round for Team Ash.
Unless these individuals can come alive yet again.
Yeah, and it didn't even work the first time out. The hatch being opened up above Benny. Now in a difficult spot. Meep, though, finding one. Elites finally get something for Team Blitz, but it's going to be short-lived. May falling. Elites with a second, dropping the hatch, but it's all on Elites. Alone, isolated. Gumine now in the foot. Gives away the position, taking away the HP as well. Another 1 versus C situation. Certainly not looking great here, Joe. Ascending the staircase, bulletproof camera on the position the whole time. Team Ash They can just sit here, watch, wait. Oh, that's a nasty angle from Meep as well. That's a shot you can only get on LAN. The second round goes the way of Team Ash as well here, Joe. Along the Nomad in the previous round, didn't necessarily come into much impact, but they died sort of fighting onto the site anyway. There was just sort of one player that they didn't clear on the roams. Not necessarily flanking either. But they're learning. They're doing the things that are positive, and Lumen's found the opening kill. The jump in, that's a nice shot from Shiva, finding the trade onto Mei, but the site is in the control of the attack. Elites with the kill as well. Gumine in his foot is going to be dealing quite a lot of damage, actually. But has the diffuser is going to be able to start planting this. This is very quick, and Team Ash, they might just be locked out of their own site entirely, as now that stick comes through. The 45-second timer started. There's a nice kill, but it's another 1v3 situation. This time for a player on Team Ash, and the Blitz is still there, still firing, and it's Elites who shuts it down. The Solace going down as well is going to mean that crucial information on drones, on potentially the position of the IQ, are going to be taken away. And there's another kill. It's Meep again, Joe, with another pick. Somehow, Meep is just able to get themselves into the most insane positions. Up staircases, down corridors, it does not matter. Team Blitz just cannot get rid of him.
Every single weak point he sees, he will go for it. And 80% of the time, it results in this unanswered kill. Really just power player on this team so far, allowing for such greatness. Lights Out just leveraging this Jackal ability to get a bit more utility, a bit more information rather, for his team. Punches out that bulletproof cam. Tengo, though, has finally responded. It's a 4v3, and honestly, all these attackers are separated. Mei gets one, could potentially get a second, but can't see it. But still, another trade comes in. It's 2v2 yet again. Team Ash potentially squandering another good start.
Yeah, it's happened twice now, realistically. And now a 2 versus 2. Tango is low on HP. That might just be what could win Team Ash the round, and the player prone on the staircase. Tango not expecting Serpa's position. Means Ghost is going to have to clutch up to try and keep Team Blitz in this game. Sends out the goo mine, but that means his position is going to be known. Inside of the bathroom, does deal damage. That's information gained. The sound cue coming through from the staircase and damage dealt. But it's still a lot of time to try and hold on. And there's not much information, right? You've got one player occasionally going onto a Valkyrie camera or Bulletproof camera, but it doesn't seem like it's anywhere near. Maybe a bit of mind games coming through from the chat. Lumen trying to assist from death, but Benny's getting this plant down. They might not be aware of this position, but he's going to sprint. He gives his position away, being watched from Solarian. The plan is confirmed. Now his job becomes increasingly more difficult, infinitely more impossible. Trying to round the corner, there's not much time left. He's trying to find the players, but indecision plaguing the player. The rotation spots the head, can't land the kill. The rotation comes in. Benny shuts things down, and Team Ash are going to the semi-finals.
DFGS GFDS.
I think
what do we call it?
DFG.
What do we get? DFG.
Yeah.
So DFG has opted for the Ram over the Thatcher. Just quickly scanning the rest of the names here. Yeah, they're all pronounceable, which is good.
Elites and Lumens were two of the players that were kind of carrying Team Blitz a little bit.
Okay.
They definitely were the best performers. They came out with much. Lumens especially feels like the IGL of the team. They were very vocal during their first game. R6 Ghost really needs to come back, and they're the player that needs to refocus the most because, like their name suggests, they did ghost a little bit. Team Clash, though, I haven't saw much of them, at least on the streams that I've watched. Is there anyone you recognise?
You know
in
what?
terms of
I do
names?
not.
Nah, that's not great.
But that's the joy of these community lads, is that we can go and talk to the players afterwards and just, find out who was who and put some names to faces. Certainly if these players get far enough today, we'll be recognising them out and about. But we have some interesting presence. I like that.
That's a very Interesting Claymore.
Yeah. There is some presence up on this middle floor. The defenders have extended into that bathroom spot, but it's DFG with the entry frag here, taking out Welsh, the mute down for the count, but a refrag onto DFG. Meanwhile, the plant is going down under cover of flashes. The Ash is taken out in the meantime, but it's a 3 versus 4 post plant. Make that 2 versus 4 as Elites is taken out. Tengo on the cover though from Dirt Tunnel is able to clean one up, but he's taken out by a well-placed C4, and now it's only Lumenzi on Overwatch here, sitting inside of the kitchen. He does get the shots on one, but can he react to the player swinging him inside a kitchen? No, he can't. Edgelords will clean things up, and Auras is there, the mirror, to quickly disable that, and that is a first round going the way of Team Clash.
Very solid retake there from the side of Team Clash. They pretty much isolate the fights, and that's basically what you're going to do. Yeah, Shield's coming out. I'm sure if it was in the arena, the crowd would be loving that right now. They get immediately taken down. Lumen's the aggression not paying off, and no more shields available to them. However, they still got access to Ace. I say that, DFG gets nerfed. And Elites goes down as well, 5v2. This is going to be very difficult because Ghosts has struggled a little bit. Tengu's been good. Tengu's been very solid during this tournament, but they've lacked the sort of star presence that Elites and Lumens has provided.
Tengu has at least gotten rid of Edgelord, who picked up that crucial 2k, as well as the round-winning kill at the end of the last round. Ghost has managed to find the kill onto Calvard as well. They're closing that gap now down to a 2 versus 3. It's certainly winnable, and they have options ahead of them. A minute to work with. And they even have drones available, but Auras pops up from Logi. Take Ghost without him even knowing about it. Good shots come out from Tengu there, but not good enough as he only damages Welsh. In fact, he doesn't damage Techo Horse at all. It was on the other side of that.
He does have info on 2 players at the very least, though he keeps hitting the alibi, which isn't what they want to be really seeing that. They want to be getting the damage on their opponent players, and this has just been a masterclass of defense now because they just wasted so much time. And Tengu really needs to isolate a gunfight quick and get a plant down.
Oh, no.
And they fall through the hatch. This round feels unwinnable.
That's going to cost him so much time. He has to come up these stairs, and Techo Horse will be waiting for him, but he's doing his now almost trademark single bullet peek. He's been so patient, so I was going to say disciplined, until he chunked his own health with a C4 there. Almost giving the game away there is the mirror downstairs Auras, but banking on the fact that Tengu just doesn't have enough time, can't find the last one. It is Welsh who will get a consolation prize at the end as well, sealing that kill to seal the round with only a second left. And
you just try and poke some holes through the walls, pick a fight, and takes down Auras. 3v5 now. This feels like a round that Team Blitz should really build into. Like, this is very winnable.
he got a bit more than he
Actually,
bargained
get some
for.
damage as well. This is going terribly for Team Clash.
Yeah, Ghost securing that kill, and now Welsh and Calvard up against it. But we've seen some heroics on this side before. I don't think a 1v5 with 90 seconds left is on the cards, though. Lumens with the final 2 kills for his team, just waltzing on in through the breach, and a very clean execute on the top floor. And deep inside a bathroom. The Valk taking out that drone is very crucial. Elites, though, finds an early pick here onto Auras inside the site, working those verticals as the sends, and that's an interesting thing to note. They've brought that operator who can bring those green screens to shield off a big part of the site, and you think this is spelling, you know, another kitchen drop play, but they haven't accounted for Edgelord deep inside of the bathroom. Tengu takes out Welsh. Calvar denies, or is able to deny the plant. Ghost finds Techo in response, and 2 defenders left standing, but they are in a decent position here. Have to forgo site control, though, as Ghost is charging another one down, forcing the Cade up the stairs. Tengo is taken out by Edgelord, though, and now we're in a 2 versus 2 straight, and a couple of players on very low HP as well. 30 seconds left, and the diffuser is ticking. The attackers are in the defense now. We see Calvard in a 1 versus 2, has to try and retake this. Doesn't necessarily know where this plant has gone down, and he's got a blitz up against him, holding a mirror window. That's virtually impossible. Feeds them the information, and Elites is there to close things out off the free peek. Very nicely done.
Yeah, they've got information on one of the players, it feels like.
We saw this last time round, only Blitz were a man down. This time they're a man up. They can execute their strategy completely, possibly send some extra bodies around to the top of Logi, to those windows to really pressure the defenders. We see the Wamai scrawling around down here.
Trenches,
Manages to get
yeah.
away down the hatch. and that's pretty crucial. But Lumens is there to pick him up on the bottom floor, catching out the rotate. 3 versus 5 now. And Clash, who were 2-0 up at one point, looks like they might be about to lose the lead.
They avoid falling down the site as well, falling down the hatch. Have access to the site. Lumens gets the second of the round, 2v5, and it's all up to Juarez as it goes 1v5. This feels it's going to be very difficult. Gets the C4 kill on DFG, gets the gunfight as well. 1v3, double kill, but Lumens, yet again, star player, IGL. 3 on the board for Clash. Blitz.
And 3 in a row.
Yeah,
as
3
well.
in a row.
Including a plant on Church. They've really turned things around.
They've definitely been the star.
Teco did manage to take down one at least before he left as well. Taking out the Ram, I'd assume before that utility could be completely expended as well, because it was at about the 2-minute mark. 3 versus 4 now, and the attackers are surging downstairs, through dirt, through blue. They find the pick, the Blitz leading the charge, taking out Welsh. It's only the Cade and the Jaeger. Cade is at the end of a very long angle. It's not favourable for him. Tengu takes him down, all on Edgelord. Full HP, but he has to come across 4 attackers who are now set in their post-plant positions, and this is a pretty dire situation. Can't win the heads-up fight against Lumens, who rounds the corner very aggressively, wants this done as quickly as possible. Quick was the name of the game for Blitz. I can't think of a more apt team name for them. Starting to run out of time though. 45 seconds left, and we haven't had a single kill. Team Blitz's turtle strategy is going to start to pay dividends with these Banshees in play. We'll see if Team Blitz can force their way through the mud.
A brilliant pick from Calvard there. It's like, whilst the Ram did get information on Lumens, and a slight bit of damage, Calvard had to come up clutch with that first kill. And they do have access to the site now with the hatch opened. They really need to pick off this first fight, but no,
big pick.
It's Auras.
That's the diffuser as well.
Diffuser's down, 15 seconds, they don't have enough time. Edgelord, 3v3. It's not enough time, 10
Certainly
seconds
go
left.
for kills here. They've got the 2 versus 2 effectively, but Welsh loses his
hide.
fight. Unfortunately, Team Blitz just come out on top.
Because they do have access to the site, but...
Oh. This is pretty good. They've spotted an opening here to enter directly into Jim, but taken out from beneath. No, from the side. Lumens takes him as a swing from Bathroom works. A triple on the round for Lumens, taking out Auras. He could get an ace right here if he finds 2 more, but no, Calvard will shut that prospect down. Elite with the trade back, and it's only Welsh in a 1 versus 2. He's being hunted down by this mirror. Elite sends out the C4 to his location, but it's a lie. That ping is a lie. Elite, though, is just better. Swings onto the main stairs and finds Welsh coming up them, and that is a crucial round back in the side of Team Blitz.
Now re-prepare, hold new angles, and that's paid off Elites to get taken out. Teco has really been through it today in this game, and yet again DFG finally coming up to Team Blitz's help. And
Calvard's been downed as well, but he gets the kill onto Elites with the Claymore. Even while he's down, he's having an impact, but that...
DFG
there we go.
Low.
Edgelord with the swing to win it in the 1 versus 1. Just about does it. Denies the heroics from the side of Clash, or from the side of Team Blitz, rather, and keeps them in it. 6-3.
It's a 4v3. Calvard finally going down. Teco was incredibly low. Edgelord also tagged as well. And 2v4.
And is very close now to the final stretch as we see Ghost is a bit boxed in here, but it doesn't really matter. They're working the timer. Elites and Lumens to clean it up, and Team Blitz with an almost flawless 7 rounds in a row. Just that slight hiccup near the end. But 7-3 is a very respectable scoreline, and they progress. However, Team Clash are unfortunately out of the competition.